They did. That's another interesting thing, I think. They're American, but they love the Cuban culture. And they, at that time, Cuba was open to visitors, and if they wanted to go away for a weekend, it was to Cuba, and their honeymoon was Cuba. And they both spoke Spanish, like many Americans speak Spanish, with not proper grammar, but they made themselves understood. But for some reason, they just love the Cuban culture. I guess the warmth and openness of it, and the music and the dancing. So they decided that it was really important for us to learn Spanish because we grew up in Miami and it was such an opportunity. So we would go to Little Havana and go out to dinner and proudly order from the menu in Spanish when we were little kids. And it was kind of a big deal that we could speak Spanish. And then my mother, who was very active in the PTA of our elementary school, decided to have it made into a bilingual school. That was, very unusual. This was Leroy D. Feinberg Elementary in Miami Beach, and it became a bilingual elementary school. So we did all of our subjects in English and Spanish. And I was actually in the class for native Spanish speakers because I already spoke Spanish so well. But the good thing about that was that I was introduced to Spanish literature in fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. And I fell in love with Spanish literature because it was so dramatic. So that was really got my attention. So I was reading Garcia Lorca and Cervantes and all those things when I was a child. So I already had kind of the Spanish culture in me. And the first place in Europe they took us to was Spain. And I just felt